be about like your 6'6", 6'7". Okay, folks. Where is it I'm at? The AutoZone? Hang on. Pull this thing a little higher. I'm at the AutoZone in Valdese, North Carolina. I've got an Insta360 X4, the 8K version of the 360 camera, sticking on a stick up above my car. I would say it's at the height, if a person were walking around, if a person were about 6'6", this is the kind of view they would get. And I just wanted to try this. I tried this same sort of driving video with a GoPro Max not too long ago. I wasn't real satisfied with it because it just wasn't good resolution. I remember making the comment when I did that video that if this thing were 8K, it would probably be worth having. So this one is 8K. I've got it up there on top of a stick. Look at that dude on the scooter going. Okay, cool. So what's cool, I've done this kind of video for a long time. A lot of times I'll try to do videos from multi-angles with a GoPro, and I'll put like 3 or 4 GoPros on top of my car, and then try to just edit all the different angles and do a driving video. But now I've got one camera that I should be able to, like say Old Rock Drug here, or Myra's Cafe to the left. I can show it from all the different angles with one camera and pan it around. Over here on the right's Mountain Burrito in that building there. I may tick some people off for going so slow, but I'm going slow so I can test this. Wells Cleaning over there, Edward Jones. This is downtown Valdes, North Carolina. Like I say, shooting it all with one camera, but as many angles as I want to shoot, which is just pretty dang awesome. 4K, or should be the equivalent of 1080p. That's the old Presbyterian church, Valdese and Presbyterian to the right. Should be the equivalent of about 4K, 1080p, any angle I turn at. So this should be kind of cool. Zimmerman Realty. I was going to do maybe a 5-minute video just riding around and trying to see how this works. Ferris Insurance, that used to be a BB&T. I used to bank there. Here's Bimbo Bakeries. Used to be Waldensian Bakeries over here to the left. Let's go around and show you guys the rec park. And I'll go back around this way, go up the hill. I didn't want to do a very long video. Just wanted to see, as a driving camera outside your car. Now it's slightly rainy today, so there could be some moisture getting on the camera. I should have waited probably till a clearer day. In a way though, I kind of wanted to get out on the overcast day because usually the light's a little better, what am I trying to say, dispersed when it's coming through some clouds like this. That's the there's a museum to the left there we just passed. So that's kind of cool. I can talk about something that we passed, and I can spin around and show you what's behind me or in front of me. This dude in his Dodge truck here. Now I could do this as a spherical video, but what I'm going to do, our splash park is on the left over there. What I'm going to do is choose my shots. And so this is kind of cool. One camera that gets it all. This is our rec center over here. Down there's a bowling alley down there. You see the bowling alley to the, I hope the camera's not too high. The bowling alley to the right. There's a gymnasium here where you can play basketball to the right. We have the big outdoor pool. There's a gym where I used to work out down at the bottom. I've swam many miles in that pool though. It's a great place for a little aquatic center for us to have here in the neighborhood. So this is Valdese, North Carolina. And I'll just tell you what I'll do. I'll just go up here and do kind of another little loop around. Let's see. I don't know. Let's go left. We'll be heading out of town, but you'll get to see kind of sort of how some of there's railroad track down here below us. You'll be sort of able to see what some of the little houses look like around here. So as I say, the camera is setting, I would say, about eye level of if you were 6 foot 6 inches tall. It's taller than my head. That's a pretty cool little house over here. It looks almost like a little villa over there to the left. And there's a big cemetery. I guess it's probably the biggest cemetery in Valdes, up at the top of this hill. Maybe I could go right up there just to get a view from the top and do a spin around and show just kind of what the area looks like from up there. You can see the mountain where I live from that. Let's look at the geese. There's like some geese in that yard over there. Big fake geese toppled over. But you can see the mountain where I live really well from that cemetery. So not much to see at this point. I'm sure just trees. But I could spin around, do the front and back. It's kind of a nice house on the hill here beside the cemetery. So yeah, let me just go up to the top up here. One thing about the Insta360 that I've been reading is that it heats up and shuts off after about 20 minutes. So you're not going to shoot big long form videos, I don't think, with this. I think this is going to be more of a camera to shoot in spurts. So that's kind of what I'm planning on doing here. I didn't want to try to shoot a big long tour. I don't know how long it'll go before it shuts off on me. But still, I don't care if it's 8K and you'll get to shoot, the kind of video that you want to. How often am I sharing a 30 or 40 minute video? Not very long. Now, that is not the mountain I live on up there in front of us. That is High Peak Mountain. And there's a place called Deep Gap that goes kind of in between my mountain and High Peak. Let's see if I can see Mineral Springs Mountain. Yeah, I think so. Over to my right now, I'm seeing the mountain that's right beside my mountain. Yep, not quite Mineral Springs Mountain yet. It's a pretty cemetery up here, though. Squirrel crossing. Look at that. See, that's going to be kind of cool. I'll be able to show the squirrel. Yeah. From up here, if I look back, now I'm seeing Mineral Springs Mountain. So I live up on top of that mountain over there. It's only about 700-800 feet higher than the valley, but for down here, it's kind of neat. It makes me feel like I'm back, up in the mountains where I'm from. I'm from the higher mountains, so now I got a good view of Mineral Springs Mountain. So Hendrix and I go walking up there. Don't think you can't see my house from here because it's on the back side of the ridge, but that is the mountain where I live. This is cool. We're going to go under the canopy of trees here. Pretty neat. Big old oak trees here. It's pretty. I can go out over here. I can go back. There's a building. If I could win the lottery, I'd buy it. They may have already sold it. It's I'd love to put a big studio in there, but I check on it once in a while to see if it's sold. If I could win the lottery, I'd sure buy it. I think they want $700,000-800,000 for it. Nice, big, huge, actually, brick building. I'm trying to remember the name of this street. I'll see here in a minute. It has a Waldensian name. The Waldensian folks are people from sort of the Alp regions between Italy and France. Fayette Street is going right. It's Praley Street. P-R-A-L-E-Y. Praley Street. Amazing Grace Community Church. Praying for Israel. I am too, folks. I absolutely am. And so this is kind of just a back street in Valdes. Going out through some of the we're kind of in a sort of the industrial area out here on the fringe of it. Some pretty azaleas and stuff. So this is pretty cool. I'd be able to either spin video around 360 degrees or choose my angle. I'll probably do all the editing in 360 Studio, and then maybe some color adjustment or additional editing in Adobe Premiere. I'll export I guess a 4K. I have been exporting 4K video from it. It's shooting 8K spherical. You would think that any angle you choose, you're going to get maybe 3K, because you're talking about 360 degrees in a sphere. So it still would probably be better video. Probably it'll ultimately be great when it hits about 16 megapixels rather than excuse me, not 4K or 8K, but 16K. So that is the building. I bet it's sold. That building over there to the left. I see there's a lot of cars around it. Or does it still say it's for sale? Broad Point for sale. So that big building, I looked it up, Broad Point, and it'd be cool to see if I can read that phone number. It actually is 828-437-7500. But this building up here, now this building to our right over there is Town Hall. That's Valdes Town Hall, which is really pretty. Maybe we'll drive around that too and take a look. But this is the old Alba Waldensian building. And boy, would I buy it if I could. I would love to make this into like a massive recording studio, video graphics business. I've been doing freelance website design, video photography for a long time. It'd be great to have a huge complex like that, to be able just to have a lot of room for once. Let me go back around by the post office. This is the police department up here. It's to my left now. I can spin around and we can see the police cars there. This is the back side of the post office. And then we'll go back down around Town Hall or something. We're also currently right now on the back side of the old Presbyterian Church. So you'll see that just in a minute here. There it is, the back side of it to my left. I'm going to turn right and go down the hill. And that's the post office to our right. Then we've got Mears Insurance Group to the right. And let's go take a look at at Town Hall. I love the way it's the rocks and all. So the rocks that this building is made out of is just very typical of what you've got in Valdes. Valdes has these weathered, gnarly, bizarre-looking old rocks that they look like they'd crumble apart, but they don't. I thought I'd show you. So they got it landscaped really nice. Pretty little trees and bushes and stuff. A little park over to the left here where you can sit, and they've got a train made out of metal. I'll show you that more closely here in a minute. So that's Town Hall. Here's the little Valdes train station waiting area. You don't catch a train there, I don't think. I think they just built that for show. I don't think there's any train that stops here, but that shows, I guess, that there used to be one. It says 1893 the arrival. Maybe the Waldensian people arrived here via train. I think it's pretty cool that a whole ethnic group ended up settling in this area. So there's still a lot of the descendants of the Waldensians that live here in Valdes. So folks, if you've never visited, you're seeing more than you probably ever will. I like this house up here to the left. It's got a nice yard, big old huge porch in the front, nice iron fence around it. We're back all over to the rec center, which might be a good place for me to get out and take the camera off. I just thought I'd show you a bit of Valdes before I go home and eat some lunch and pee Hendrix. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I should show you. So you've only seen a small portion here. There's a lot more to Valdes than what I've run by. We'll go up here and go past the splash park again, and maybe over by East Valdes Baptist Church. Let's kind of go around. I'm taking you on some back roads. Really curious to see how this camera has performed. You know, how good is the resolution? Like, I have a no parking anytime sign in front of me here to the right. At what point does it get to a point where you can read that? Look at all the slides and ropes and stuff the kids can play in over there. I love to be able to talk about stuff left and right and know that I'm going to have it on camera. So many times I do these riding around videos and I'm apologizing. Well, I meant to point that out back there and I forgot to, you know, that kind of deal. Like this FJ up here. I wonder, does it have stickers on it or something? What is all that? Can you stop and read any of that? Interesting. So yeah, these are all just a little old the back streets of Valdes. State Farm office. Los Compadres Mexican restaurant is over there to the left, off in the distance a little. This is where I usually get gas. It's about as good a price as any place around. $3.29 today. Some places are cheaper than that. We're kind of on the back side of it. I had mentioned East Valdes Baptist Church. Let's go up here and get back on the regular road for just a minute. So here it is, the marathon. Okay. Twin Brothers Pizza to our right in the lodge building is very popular around here. People seem to love to eat there, and they have like, I guess, you know, little live bands and karaoke and stuff that goes on there. So that's East Valdes Baptist. A lot of my friends go there. That's I very often go to the little church on the mountain where I live. So that's where I've been going. You got New Hope Habitat of the Apostolic Faith. And that's what that little church is there to the right. And it doesn't say it has a pastor, it says it has an overseer. Interesting. I'm going to go very slowly down this hill. Now I've got a Dodge Ram pickup that's not going to be happy that I'm going below the speed limit. Speed limit's 35, I'm going 32 right now. But that's the other thing. It'd be kind of cool if you drove around with something like this on your car. You could show the people that are, like, this guy's not tailgating, but it's kind of cool to see the people that are tailgating you sometimes. So I don't think I've gone more than this speed the whole time. I've been just a little antsy about the setup up there, the fact that it's high up on a stick. It is a fairly expensive camera. It looks like we're having no rain, so there shouldn't be any water distortion or anything on the camera. So that's kind of cool. I like this place over here. It was just sitting in waste for a long time. It was just falling apart, and now they started putting heavy equipment and stuff over there. And over here to the right, there's some guys that do grading and stuff, I think, or like what car? Yeah, there's a grading place over here, or a place you can buy mulch and stuff like that, dirt. All right, we're going to go under Interstate 40 here just in a second. This is Interstate 40, exit 112, I think. Yeah, I think it's 112. 111. All right. And we'll end our little tour here at this point. Hope y'all have enjoyed that. Be very interesting to see how this turns out. Peace to all who watch. Subscribe to the channel if you like.